Welcome back to Mind Coliseum. Today, I want to speak with you about the decisions that we make. Every decision you made in the last week, months, years ago, they've all led to who you are right now. The books you've read, the books you haven't read, the things you've done and haven't done, the people you've been around and the people you haven't been around have resulted in who you are right now. Your actions do have consequences. It's your choice whether those consequences will be positive or negative, whether they'll be the consequences that you want. You have to have that urgency to be in charge of your life. You've got to take control. You've got to be disciplined. You have to be intentional in your behavior, in your speech, who you're around, where you are, where you go to. Even the clothes you wear, they matter. They influence who will approach you. They influence who is going to want to speak with you when you approach them. They influence how you will be in your life when you see yourself. How do you feel when you see yourself? When you see what you're wearing, how do you feel? When you look at yourself, who do you see? Do you see who you want to be? Or do you see who you wish you never were? Oftentimes we want to change our future. We want to change who we see ourselves becoming. We want to be better. We want our future to be a reflection of who we want to be. Sometimes it's not just about who you're around, the people around you. Sometimes you got to look at yourself and ask yourself, what can I do to create the life I want? Self-responsibility, self-discipline. What do I need to do to achieve the results and the future that I want to achieve, so that when I look in the mirror, I'll be happy with who I see in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time? How do you see yourself? How do you imagine your life to be? Because outside of all the circumstances you couldn't change in the past, the rest of the situations you've been involved in, you were part of it. You were the reason. And that's why you are where you are now. Outside of things you couldn't control, like accidents happening to you, someone dying, someone getting injured, the economy, things you couldn't control. Outside of all of that, what are the things that you know you can control, but you haven't taken control of? Because there are so many things we can't control, but there are also so many things that we can control. Are you worried about your business? Okay, the economy isn't great, but have you read any business books? Have you been to any business seminars? Have you spoken with people who are where you want to be at, so that they can guide you and mentor you? You live in a small city, or you live somewhere rural, like in the village. Farms everywhere. There aren't many jobs. Okay, but have you moved to the city, a bigger city, so you can get the job you really want? For everything that we can't control, there are so many others that we can control. And the things that we can control usually are the things that, let's say, the physical things that relate to us. You can change how you can look physically. Of course, there are things that you're born with genetically, but there are also things you can do to make yourself look better. Your mind. You can educate yourself. How you dress, how you carry yourself. Maybe you didn't get that job, you failed the interview. You can't control that. That's done because it's done. They can't take you back. Fair enough. But for your next 20, 30, 40, even 100 interviews, what changes are you going to make to yourself? Because you can't change that company's opinion of you anymore. That's done. What can you do to improve yourself moving forward? What can you do to improve yourself moving forward? That's the real question. And don't just ask yourself, what can you do to improve your life moving forward? You've got to actually take action. You actually have to go out there and present yourself. After you've done the things you need to do, you've got to present yourself. You've got to actually go after what you want. It's not enough to have the mindset. You've got to take action. As you know, knowledge without action is useless. The knowledge is power. But you only become truly powerful when you actually use it the way that you know you need to use it. Stay tuned for more of my episodes. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon.